What role do international courts play in international human rights? Have you ever wondered how international courts influence the protection of human rights around the globe? Let's break down their role in this important area. International courts are essential for interpreting and enforcing international human rights law. They hold states accountable for violations and clarify what human rights obligations look like. This is especially important when domestic legal systems fail to provide justice. At the core, these courts help interpret human rights norms found in treaties and customary international law. For instance, the International Court of Justice plays a vital role in clarifying states' responsibilities. While individuals cannot bring cases directly to this court, it addresses significant issues like genocide and self-determination. Through its rulings, it helps shape legal principles that define global human rights standards. There are also specialized international courts that focus specifically on human rights enforcement. Regional courts like the European Court of Human Rights, the Inter-American Court of Human Rights, and the African Court on Human and Peoples' Rights hear complaints from individuals or groups. These courts interpret regional human rights treaties and issue binding judgments. They can require states to provide reparations or implement necessary reforms. Their case law helps evolve human rights norms and encourages states to comply with international standards. However, international courts face challenges when it comes to enforcing their decisions. They do not have a centralized power to compel states to comply fully. Compliance often relies on the political will of states and how well domestic legal systems incorporate international rulings. Civil society and human rights activists play a crucial role in promoting the implementation of these decisions. They help bridge the gap between international rulings and practical enforcement. From a law school perspective, studying the role of international courts in human rights involves looking at their jurisdiction and procedural rules. It also includes analyzing landmark cases that have shaped international human rights law. Understanding how international and domestic legal systems interact is key. This includes how national courts may incorporate or resist international human rights norms. Practical applications in legal education involve examining how international courts influence domestic legal reforms and support victims' access to justice. They contribute significantly to the global human rights regime. In essence, international courts act as vital judicial bodies that interpret human rights law and provide remedies for violations. Their influence on state behavior is notable, but their effectiveness depends on cooperation from states and support from domestic institutions.